Listen and repeat. Orphan wife. It is said that there was an orphan girl who had no one in this world after God Almighty except her mother. So her cousin married her, and he was very unjust to her. He was mistreating her and all his family, and they made her as his servant work day and night. Despite this, she was not spared from harm, insults that often amounted to beatings. This girl, whenever the world narrowed her, she resort to the warmest place, which is her mother's lap. She complains to her mother about everything that happened to her, then cries together, and then returns to her husband. The mother is weak and helpless, and has no strength, but to share her pain with her daughter by crying with her. It stayed for 10 years. And every day the situation got worse until the short term and her mother showed signs of severe illness. The girl cried and collapsed, and said to her mother in the throes of death, "Mother, to whom do I complain after your departure? To whom do I tell my tragedy? My mother does not leave me alone." The mother said to her, "My daughter, if you die with narrow paths, come here, to your mother's house, spread your carpet, worship God, tell him everything that disturbs your peace, complain to him about your anxiety, and express your sorrow to him." The mother died, and a week passed, and the world narrowed down on the girl, and she took a prayer mat and a jar of water for ablution. Then she went to her mother's house and worked with her mother's advice, and she felt very comfortable, and it continued like this for a month. Every week she takes a jar of water, and goes to her mother's house, stays for hours, and then returns smiling. Her husband's family noticed this, and they began to create problems between her and her husband and told him, "Your wife is definitely cheating on you. She goes every week to her mother's house with water in anger, and then comes back hours later with an empty bowl, and she is cheerful." The husband decided to watch his wife, so he went before the appointment to her mother's house, and hid in a place where he saw her, and she did not see him. So the wife went as usual, and it had been a month since her mother's death, so she performed ablution, and then prayed, and while she was prostrate, she burst into tears. She told her God all the worries of her heart, and what her husband's family does, and she also begs God to reform her husband, because she loves him despite everything, and she kept crying and crying. And her husband heard her cry while he was crying with her, affected by what he sees and hears. Then she finished her prayer, and when she saw her husband crying, embracing her, apologizing to her, and promising to compensate her, to announce to her that God had answered your prayer. That night they did not return to his family's house. They slept in her mother's house. While she was sleeping, she saw someone in a dream saying to her, 10 years you complain to the people closest to you, and nothing benefits you, and only a month you complain to God. So God changed your situation from one situation to another." From this moment the wife lived with her husband in tranquility and pleasure. Then Allah blessed them with 2 beautiful children who filled their lives with happiness.